part 2 on how I had my ovarian tissue removed at the age of 12, frozen and then reimplanted 10 years later. So in 2019, myself and my now husband Liam decided that we wanted to get pregnant. And I knew that the only way that this was going to happen is if we put the ovarian tissue back in that we had frozen 10 years ago. I met with my oncologist and he put me on to the surgeon who'd done the surgery 10 years ago, back in 2009. We met up with them and we decided that we were going to go ahead and do the surgery. I should mention this is extremely experimental. They didn't even really know how it was going to go. I think the last time that I spoke to my consultant about it, there has only been 3 babies born worldwide from ovarian tissue that has been preserved from a child. It's becoming a bit more common in adults who have had ovarian tissue taken, but from a child that has not fully gone through puberty and everything, it is extremely rare. So we went into it kind of blinded, not really knowing what was going to happen or how it was all going to work. I was booked in for laparoscopy surgery. That was July 2019 that I had that done. So they essentially went in, had about 4 or 5 cuts, and they stitched the ovarian tissue back onto your ovaries. So there were 6 species that they used, and they stitched 2 onto the ovary. They made peritoneal pocket, which is underneath the ovary. They make a slit and they pack the ovarian tissue in there. It's then just a case of going away and waiting and seeing what happens. So in that time I would go for blood tests and scans just to keep an eye on my hormone levels and to see what the ovarian tissue is doing. They say it should take 3 to 6 months for it to work because the tissue needs blood supply to make follicles grow and the eggs grow and everything. So it's just a waiting game, and it was quite stressful. It got to around Christmas time and I think my consultant was kind of like, what is going on here? Why is this not working? And I then went again in the January and had some bloods done, had a scan, and I got an email from him the next day to say, oh my God, it's working. Your blood results are exactly as someone who's ovulating. All your hormone levels have came down to exactly what they should be. It's like, this is crazy, it's mad. Come back for part 3 where I discuss all the treatment that we've done and the rounds of IVF.